welcome to Conceptual Learning. Today we'll be discussing the practice of nomenclature of alkanes, cycloalkanes, alkenes and alkynes. If you haven't watched my previous videos of nomenclature of alkanes, cycloalkanes, alkenes and alkynes, must watch. We have discussed all the rules how to name the compounds, and in this video we will be naming the compounds if the compounds are given and if the names are given how to form the compounds. So let's get started. So here are some structure formula of some compounds. So how to start the naming, right? So first of all, technique that if you are going to identify what the name of the given structure formula, so you need to find out the parent chain first, right? So all of these compounds must have some parent chains. So there I have pointed out some here. There's a this one is a parent chain as it contains most carbons, right? Accordingly, I have pointed out the main chains, parent chains that have more number of carbon, right? After that, we'll be assigning then the number according to the branches that from which side the branches are near. So we'll start assigning the numbers from that side, right? So in this example, I have assigned the numbers to the parent chain according to the branches nearby, right? So you will be surprised that if we start counting from this side, if we start assigning the number from this side, so this carbon would be fourth one, right? And there's a branch on fourth carbon, and if we assign the numbers from this side, so there are branches on fourth carbon. So from which side should we get started? Why not this side? Why this side? Because there are two branches on fourth carbon, but on the other hand there is a one branch on this carbon. So we started assigning the numbers to the carbon from this side, right? So there, first let's see how many ethyl branches are there. So we are going alphabetically. So there are two ethyl branches, one on 6th carbon and another on 4th carbon. So 4,6 diethyl hyphen, and there are methyl radicals. So three methyl radicals are there, one on 4th and another on 6th and 7th. So 4,6,7 trimethyl 5,5 dipropyldecane as it contains 10 carbon, right? Now moving towards the number 2 example, second example. So there it is. There is 8 carbon parent chain, so it's octane of course, and there is one methyl radical on third carbon, so it's 3 methyl and 3 ethyl as it also contains ethyl radical on third carbon and 2 propyl radicals on fourth and fifth carbon. You can also assign the numbers like this way. So this would be the substituent, right? But it's up to you that which side you assign the numbers. Moving towards the third one, so there it is. Parent chain of this compound is also of 10 carbons, so its parent chain name is decane, right? And why we assign numbers like this as it is shown in the figure? Why like that? Why we haven't started assigning number from this side, right? So let's discuss here that we can see here if we start assigning the numbers to the carbons from this side. So we see here on fourth carbon we got the first substituent, and there are two substituents actually on fourth carbon. And if we start assigning number from this side, so on fourth carbon this would be fourth carbon. So fourth carbon also gets two substituents, right? So why started from this side? Why not from this side? Because on the very next carbon there are two branches, either of which any compound, either any radicals, propyl, ethyl, doesn't matter, but there are two substituents, right? But if we start assigning from this side, so on the very next carbon we get only one substituent. You can see here clearly. That's why we started assigning numbers from this side, right? So first we see alphabetically that are there ethyl radicals? Yes, of course there are. There is a ethyl radical on 5th and 7th carbons, so 5,7 diethyl, right? After that there are three methyl radicals, one on 4th and another on 4th and last one on 7th carbon. So 4,4,7 trimethyl hyphen 5,5,6, because there are three propyl radicals, so 5,5,6 tripropyl decane. All right, now moving towards this cycloalkane, it's very easy one. So I started assigning numbers to the carbons this way, so the branches gets a lower number, right? So it's 1 2 4 triethyl cyclopentane. You can also start counting from this side or this side as you wish. Name will be same, right? So now moving towards the fifth one, its parent chain has 10 carbons, right? So its parent chain name is decane, of course, and there are 3 methyl radicals on 5th and 6th carbons, so 5 6 6 6 trimethyl decane, and there's a ethyl radical, so we will go alphabetically. 5 ethyl hyphen 5 6 6 trimethyl decane. All right, very easy. Moving towards the sixth one, there it is, 2,2-dimethyl propane, because there are 2 radicals of methyl on second carbon, so 2,2-dimethyl propane. Very easy. Now this is alkene, of course. There's a double bond on second carbon and also a methyl radical on this second carbon, so its name is 2-methyl-2-pentene. This should not be here, right? Number 8 one, there's a butane chain, right, and there are 2 methyl radicals on second carbon, so of course its name would be 2,2-dimethyl butane. After that, this is the last one, cyclohexane. We can clearly see here that there are 6 carbons, and I have assigned numbers to the carbon so the substituent gets a lower number, so it is 1 ethyl, because on first carbon there's ethyl radical, and on second and fourth carbon there are 2 methyl radicals are there, so 1 ethyl 2 4 dimethyl cyclohexane. Alright, now moving towards the alkenes and alkynes. So here they are, right? So of course, as we discussed in alkanes, that first we will be pointing out the main chain, so I have pointed out the main chains of these compounds here, right? After that, we will be assigning the numbers according to the branches, so the branches get the lower number, right? So I'll be starting from here or here, it's almost same, and of course I'll be starting from this side so that this triple bond gets a lower number, right? So let's see here. Yep, there it is. There are 2 ethyl radicals. You can clearly see there are 2 ethyl radicals, one on third carbon and another on sixth carbon. So 3,6 diethyl, and triple bond is between fourth and fifth carbon. So of course we'll take fourth carbon as reference, and parent chain has 8 carbons, so octine, 4 octine, 3,6 diethyl, 4 octine. Very easy, not any rocket science here. Alright. Now moving towards the next one, this is heptine, as it contains 7 carbon along with the triple bond, and there is an ethyl radical on fourth carbon, so 4 ethyl 2 heptine. Very easy. Similarly, we have named this compound too, and here it is, 4,4 dimethyl 2 pentine. Now moving towards the next one, this is, yeah, there's a mistake, it's methyl, there should be only one T, so ignore it. And there it is, 1 2 3 4 4 butane, right? And there's a triple bond between first and second carbon, so we'll take one as a reference, and there's a methyl radical on third carbon, so 3 methyl 1 butane. Very easy. This example we have already discussed previously, right? So moving towards the next one, there it is. The parent chain contains here 7 carbons along with a double bond, so we will see here that if we start counting from this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and if I assign numbers like this wise, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so this could be also a parent chain as it also contains same number of carbons. But why we have chosen this one, not this one? Because we have already discussed the rules that we'll assign the parent chain so we get the more number of substituents. Suppose if we take this as a parent chain, so this whole will be only one substituent, right? So we'll get only one substituent. But if we assign numbers like that and take parent chain as pointed out, so we take two substituents right here. One is methyl on fifth carbon and another is propyl on fourth carbon, right? So of course name would be like that, 5 methyl 4 propyl 2 heptene, because there is a double bond between second and third carbons. Take 2 as a reference. Alright, now moving towards the seventh one, very easy, no any difficult here, no any branches are there, so its name is of course octane. There 8 is missing here, so I could write here, right? So there are 8 carbons, so it's octane, and there's a triple bond between third and fourth carbons. So take 3 as a reference and it's 3 octane. Very simple, right? Moving towards the next one, it's 1 hexane, because this is parent chain of 6 carbons and triple bond is on the first carbon, and methyl radical is on third carbon, so 3 methyl 1 hexane. Now last one, there it is, 3 heptene 1 ine. There are double bond as well as a triple bond, so I start assigning number from right side, so triple bond gets the lower number, right? So it's 3 heptene because double bond is on third carbon and triple bond is between first and second carbon, so you'll take 1 as a reference and it's 3 heptene 1 ine, right? Now if the names are given of any compound, so how to form the structures, we'll be discussing it now. So here they are, right? There are some names, so what would be their structure, right? So first technique to solve these questions is, first we will draw the parent chain along with the doubles and triple bonds if there are any. So we'll draw only parent chain of only carbons, we'll show only carbons there, right? Thereafter we see here that I have drawn there some structures, so there are only carbons and double bonds and triple bonds if there are any. So there should be a triple bond here, so it wasn't mentioned, right? So let's see here how I drawn these structures. Let's get started from the first example. So 1,3-pentadiene, this compound is of 5 carbons, we can recognize from penta, and there are 2 enes, means 2 double bonds on first and third carbons, so we have drawn the double bonds here. Now on the next one, there is 3-methyl 1,3-pentadiene. First technique is draw parent chain along with doubles and triple bonds, then we will be considering hydrogens along with the substituents, right? So here they are, 1,3-pentadiene, same structure as above. Moving towards the next one, there is 2,2,5,5 tetramethyl 3-hexene. So we have just drawn their number of carbons along with the double bond, right? And there it is, 1-butene 3-ine. So we have already discussed the rule that if the double and triple bond gets the identical position, right, if we start assigning number from this side, so double bond gets the first position, and if we start assigning numbering from this side, so triple bond gets first position. If such case is there, we will give preference to the double bond, right? So it's 1-butene 3-ine, first butene and 3-ine, right? After that there are structures of alkane. So we have just drawn their simple parent chain which contains only carbon here, so there are heptane for 7, so there are 7 carbon chain, right? After that there is a pentane, so 5 carbons, and there is hexane, so 6 carbons. After that I'll be assigning the hydrogens and substituents, right? So here they are, I've just assigned here the hydrogens and some substituents here, right? So this structure is very simple, 1,3-pentadiene, just I have assigned their hydrogens, nothing very complex. Moving towards the next one, so 3-methyl 1,3-pentadiene, there is a methyl radical on third carbon and 2 double bonds on first and third carbon, right? After that 2,2,5,5 tetramethyl 3-hexene, so there are 2 methyl radicals on second carbon and 2 methyl radicals on fifth carbon, and there is a triple bond between third and fourth carbon, so 3-hexene, right? 2,2,5,5 tetramethyl 3-hexene. Alright, now here it is, 1-butene 3-ine, right? As I already told you that we will be giving preference to the double bond, right? Now moving towards this one, there should be 3, right? So there's a ethyl radical on third carbon and methyl radical on second carbon, and parent chain is of course heptane, so 7 carbons. So this would be the structure, Similarly, I have drawn the structure here, right? 3,3-diethyl 2,2-dimethyl pentane, right? So there are 2 ethyl radicals on third carbon and 2 methyl radicals on second carbon, parent chain, of course, 5 carbons. Now the last one, there it is, 3-ethyl 4-methyl hexane. So there's structure, right? So now we have discussed that if the names are given, we can easily form the compounds, and if the structure formula is given, so we will be recognizing the names very easily, right? Now there are some special cases. What if we are given the wrong names? How to find the wrong names? That are there any wrong names, right? So there are some names that are wrong, right? There are wrong names of some compounds that might have some correct name. So let's discuss ethyl trimethyl methane, 3,4-butadiene, 3-propyl pentane, 6-heptene 1-ine. Let's discuss these. Let's draw their structures directly. I've just drawn their structures here, right? So there they are. This is ethyl trimethyl methane. Suppose this is methane, right? And there are 3 methyl radicals, and 1 ethyl radical. So I've drawn their structure, and this is structure of 3,4-butadiene. This is the structure of 3-propyl pentane, and this is the last one, 6-heptene 1-ine. But why they are wrong? Can you recognize these mistakes, why they are wrong? Of course, mistakes are very easy to recognize here. As you can see here in this first example, the parent chain contains 4 carbon, but still the name is given methane. So it's wrong. Its parent name should be butane, right? And there are 2 methyl radicals on second carbon, so its name would be 2,2-dimethyl butane, right? Moving towards the next one, there are 3,4-butadiene. We can see here the structure, but according to the IUPAC rules, we will be assigning the numbers to the carbons, so double bond gets the lower position, but here the double bonds gets the last position, so this of course name is wrong. Its name would be 1,2-butadiene instead of 3,4-butadiene, because we will be started counting from this side, right? Here we see that there is again mistake of parent chain, as their parent chain can be hexane along with the ethyl radical on third carbon, but the name is given 3-propyl pentane, so it's of course wrong, because here parent chain is not the longest chain, right? The parent chain given in the name is not the longest chain, so it's of course wrong. Longest chain here is hexane, so its parent chain is hexane. This one finally. So we have already discussed previously in this video that if double and triple bond gets the identical position, we will be giving preference to the double bond, but this name is saying that we have given preference to the triple bond, so it's totally wrong. We will be giving preference to the double bond, right? So the correct names of these structures are here 2,2-dimethyl butane, 1,3-butadiene, 3-ethyl hexane, and 1-heptene 6-ine, right? We have already discussed this before. So friends, that was all for this video. Hope you liked the video. I hope that all your confusions about the nomenclature have been solved, and if there is any remaining, please share with me in the comment section below so I can solve the problem if you have any, right? So if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe it. Hope you like the video. Thank you. Bye bye.